I mean, the biggest mistake that most companies make is that they don't measure their launches at all. It's like very common for product teams, for product marketing teams, for, marketing teams to go through a launch process and say, hey, we shipped the thing and pat themselves on the back and then, go on to the next thing and like not ever, even think about like measuring the real impact of it. I think the next thing that companies do wrong, it's kind of like a tiered system. It's like, the lowest tier is you're not measuring anything. The next tier is, you're measuring like kind of fluffy metrics that don't actually translate to business impact. Like, for example, a lot of teams kind of default to adoption when they're
Mm.
shipping a feature, which like adoption's great and all. And like, you're obviously trying to drive adoption when you're building things, but at the end of the day, it's not an actual tangible business outcome, right? So you're looking at how many people used a thing, but does that matter? Like, is that usage good for the business? It may cost you money. Like, it may be people adopting a new AI feature means that you're spending a bunch of money on API costs on the other
Mm.
end. And so, ultimately, like, I think the best companies, what they do is they measure like lift. And, this is like from ye old brand management days, back when I was in CPG, lift is like everybody likes to point to it and be like, oh, that's a fluffy metric. It's super noisy. There's lots of, different data points that are contributing to that. But like the real way you do this is you look at, what are the two or three metrics that you as a company care about, revenue, net revenue retention, et cetera, and look at like before and after that launch, like within a specified window, how did those metrics like move up or down